it's your girlfriend.
You guys follow my lead.
Hey there, Wheels. Where you going so fast, huh? Sexy legs you got there. Hey, you need a little bit of a shower there, huh? Is that what it looks like?
Stupid cripple.
Hey, do you guys think Mr. Barton will let us leave early again?
He better. My parents are having someone important over for dinner, and if I'm late, I won't hear the end of it.
Don't they know you're in detention?
There's a lot they don't know about me,
Like how often Daddy's little girl misses class?
and I'm sure your parents would love to know how many kids you bully around for their lunch money.
Wait. You're in here this time for stealing people's lunch money?
No, you moron. That's what he wants people to think.
Let's just say you'll be thanking me once we get out of here.
And why is that?
Because if I spent it on lunch, then I wouldn't be able to afford this.
What if you get caught?
No one's gonna find out. Besides, we're on here because we got caught doing something.
Well, stop waving it around before someone tells on you.
Who, her? I'm feeling she'll keep her mouth shut.
So, like I said, do you think Mr. Barton's gonna be here?
Maybe we'll be lucky and he won't even show up.
Well, I'd say it's your lucky day.
Where's Mr. Barton?
Mr. Barton called in sick today, so I was asked to take his place. You can call me Mr. Allen or Ben, if you prefer.
Hey, Ben. Mr. Barton would let us leave early, you know, if we were quiet and all. And I don't know about the rest of the class, but I seem to study better at home.
And is that where you will go? Home?
Of course.
Well, I suggest you get comfortable, because it looks like for the next 2 hours, this room will be your new home. Now let's take roll now, shall we? When I call your name, raise your hand.
Mr. Barton would never really take roll either.
Sounds like there's a lot he didn't have you do. John Evans? It says here you were caught cheating.
That's right.
If you're smart enough to show up here, then you're smart enough to study next time you have a test. Jessica Powers? It says here you spend too much time in the bathroom. Probably chatting with your friends, I suppose. Although bathroom breaks are allowed, I suspect at this time of night, the only people in there to talk to would be the cleaning ladies. Todd Sorensen? And you must be Todd.
That's right.
Now, what I don't understand is that you've been here more than everybody else, and yet you want to leave? Why, it seems to me like you love this place.
You're right. I do love this place. I love how the school likes to keep us here after hours, even though they know we have better places to be.
Like studying at home?
That's right. Like studying at home.
It says you're in detention this time for cursing at a teacher after she accused you of stealing someone's money. Is that true?
Look, I get it. I get it. You're one of those loners that sits at home all day, anxiously waiting for that one phone call from a teacher who called in sick. So for the next 2 hours, you can roll in here proud as can be that you finally have some authority in this world.
Well, Todd, I must say I'm impressed. You managed to yell at me that whole time without using one curse word. I'd say that's progress. Esperanza Walker?
Sorry, but could you stand up? It's a little hard to see you when you're in the back.
Don't be a jerk, Todd.
Esperanza, it says here that you've been late to class, deciding to hang out behind the school rather than being on time. Now, why is that? Well, whatever it is you're trying to avoid, I hope it won't be a bother for you much longer.
How did you end up in the wheelchair?
That's none of your business, John.
Why, it's a result of my Army days.
You served in the Army?
That's right, Jessica. I did. But you don't want to hear about me. It would probably bore you anyway.
Ben's right. Let's not have him bore us. Besides, sure, it's the same old story. Soldier gets injured, ends up in a wheelchair, then demands money from us on the side of the street. Is that how you pay the bills, Ben? I mean, when you're not subbing.
No. I find that taking people's lunch money is a much easier way to pay the bills.
So what happened?
Well, if you really want to know, several years ago, I joined the Army. It was just after 9/11. I was in my mid-20s, and like so many others, I was eager to join the war. Before I knew it, I had a shaved head and was shipped off to the Middle East. One day, while several soldiers and I were on patrol, a roadside bomb detonated near our vehicle.
What happened to the other soldiers?
I was the only one who survived. When I finally came to, I tried to get up and go for help, but I couldn't. I was paralyzed from the waist down. I called out, hoping someone would hear me, but the only people who came running were the ones who planted the bomb to begin with. Losing the use of my legs must have made me seem vulnerable to them, alone and crippled. There was no way to fight back. After constantly being exposed to their brutality, I began to lose count of how long I was in prison. How soon before I too would meet my end. I'll never forget the moment when they burst through the door of that hideout, letting in the light of day. I believe all of you are going through a dark time in your life. You're here, in detention. Maybe it's because you hang out in the bathroom, or cheat on a test, or yell at a teacher. Or maybe there's something else causing you to do those things.
The truth comes out. You and everyone else thinks there's something wrong with us. Well, Ben, I'm perfectly happy with who I am.
Are you, Todd? Wherever you find yourself in life, there are others who've been there before. What messages would they leave for you to see? Hope. Endure. Be strong. You too don't have to feel alone.